Aquarius, welcome to your monthly horoscope for April 2024. My name is Adina. I'm an intuitive astrologer, and in this horoscope, I will be walking you through all of the significant energies we will be moving, or you will be moving through for the month of April. April is the biggest month astrologically of 2024. We have so much going on in April. So let's get right into it. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you align with my energy and enjoy my content. So, first week of April, on the 1st, we have Mercury stationing retrograde. So, we have so much energy in this third house. Now, the third house rules community, neighbors, neighborhood, vehicles, local travel, also your mind, your mindset, communication, siblings, cousins. So there's quite a lot packed in that third house. And with the Mercury retrograde here, there's something you're rethinking or reevaluating with these themes and topics. Now, I did post a separate video going into the Mercury retrograde energy. You can check that out. Now, on the 2nd, we will have Venus conjunct Neptune. This is great for creativity, imagination, spirituality, intuition, romance. On the 4th, we will have the Sun conjunct the North Node. So, not Neptune. This is a typo. Now, when we have the Sun conjunct the North Node, this is where we can really gain some clarity, understanding, or insight with whatever these nodes and eclipses have activated for us. So, the North Node being in the third house already, you're taking this new journey and new direction around your mindset, around how you communicate, your communication style, maybe even publishing. Also, the third house is like siblings and cousins and vehicles. Maybe you're purchasing a vehicle with these eclipses being in the third house. So when the Sun forms a conjunction to the North Node, this is where there's some big insight with that. On the 5th, we have Venus entering Aries. So Venus is going to enter your third house, bringing more focus to those themes and topics, as if there wasn't enough already. And then on the 8th, we will have our new moon solar eclipse in Aries conjunct Chiron. So we're having a lot of Chiron activations lately. So Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron rules our vulnerabilities, insecurities, past trauma, our inner wounds. So even where we hold shame, Chiron can represent where we feel shame around something. And so this new moon solar eclipse is activating that for you. Now we will feel this because there's other activations as well, like with the Mercury retrograde. And I talk about this in the Mercury retrograde video that I posted. Mercury is going to connect to Chiron 3 times. So, there's a lot of Chiron activations. There's a lot that we are all moving through in our own way around healing. And for you, because it's in that third house of your mind and your mindset, there might be something shifting here. And this new moon solar eclipse could really be activating that for you, maybe shifting how you talk to yourself. If you do a lot of negative self-talk, because of, past trauma or, whatever the case is, old hurt, old wounds, there's something shifting. There's a new journey in this area of life, maybe releasing, certain aspects of yourself and inviting new ones in. Now, I'll talk more deeper on these solar eclipse energies in my solar eclipse forecast. I don't get too deep into the lunations and the horoscopes because I post separate videos on those. So I don't want to spend too much time on that. But between the 9th and the 11th, we have the Mars Saturn conjunction. This is in your second house of money, finances, and material possessions, also your values. But also, Mars is ruling all of this Aries energy. So when Mars forms a conjunction to Saturn, there could be a sudden stop, hold, block to something. There's definitely something that you're having to navigate. It could be around mindset. It could be around vehicles. It could be around your money and finances. It could have to do with a sibling or a cousin. It could have to do with a neighbor or something going on within your community, right? This is kind of the area of life it's working with, but this is both malefic planets coming together. So it's not the greatest energy, but we're all kind of navigating it in our own way. But we do want to be mindful and aware around this time. Now, on the 11th, we have the Mercury cazimi at 22 degrees. So this is in your third house. This is great for whatever you're kind of reprogramming around the mind or whatever you're moving through with this Chiron energy. This is a day you want to pay attention because you could have some really powerful insight, clarity, understanding. Now, once we get to the third week of April, on the 15th, we have Mercury retrograde conjunct Chiron. Again, I talked about, these Chiron energies. Now, this is going to be the second Mercury Chiron conjunction. So, whatever you're kind of moving through around healing, insecurities, vulnerabilities, and again, it's in that third house of your mind, communication, speaking, reading, writing. There could be some type of understanding or something kind of triggered that you're having to reflect on. On the 17th, we have Venus conjunct the North Node. So, this is where there can be some beautiful support coming in for this new direction that you're moving into. Venus could represent, women. There could be a friend kind of supporting you with something. On the 18th, we have Venus conjunct Mercury retrograde, which is interesting because this entire week there's a lot of Venus, Chiron, and Mercury North Node energy. And I feel like this entire week there's big developments around what you need, want, and desire, your mindset around that, releasing and letting some aspects go and stepping into this new journey. And I feel like it's really big for this entire week. Plus, between the 17th and the 21st, we have the Jupiter Uranus conjunction, which is literally ruled by Venus, while Venus is connecting to the North Node, Mercury, and Chiron. So there's so many big developments around kind of, this healing journey that we're all moving through. But speaking of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, that's going to come exact on the 20th. So between the 17th and the 21st, we'll have the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your fourth house of home, family, property, and real estate. So, this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is not just working with one area of our life, it's actually working with multiple areas of our life. Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Pisces. Now, Sagittarius rules your 11th house of friends and friendships, social groups, online connections, and your second house of money, finances, and values. So it can be, working with this area of life. I mean, I'm sure some of you will be getting some money because it definitely could show up that way. Uranus rules is your chart ruler. So, there can be this could actually be like big awakening energy. Like, and I said this to Sagittarius as well. I think this is actually, to be honest, I think this is big awakening energy for everyone, kind of in our own way. We'll all be moving through this. But yeah, this is I want to hear your astrology stories in the comments below because yeah, I want to see how this manifests for everyone. But this could bring, some sudden change to the home, family dynamic, to you, your perception, your perspective on life, your character, your personality, your physical body. This is really working with you personally because Uranus is your chart ruler. Now, on the 19th, we will have the sun entering Taurus, bringing more energy and focus to that fourth house. On the 21st, we will have Venus conjunct Chiron, again, working with the energy I already discussed up here around what you need, want, and desire, and the direction that you want to move in with, all of these new developments around that. Then in the final week of April, on the 23rd, we have the full moon in Scorpio, which is in your 10th house of career and public reputation. So those themes and topics in this area of life is lit up. Think back to 6 months prior when we had the new moon in Scorpio. What intentions were you setting at that time? Now is when you can see those intentions come to fruition. This is also the full moon in Scorpio. It's not an eclipse. So this time last year with our full moon in Scorpio, it was an eclipse because we had the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio. So this is going to feel a lot different than our last full moon in Scorpio. We're actually able to enjoy it, the regular Scorpio energy instead of it being Scorpio is already intense, but then when you add eclipses, it becomes a lot more intense. Now, I also noted here that Uranus is going to reach 22 degrees and still be conjunct Jupiter. And I just wanted to put this so that you all know, like, we're still kind of in this Jupiter Uranus energy. And then on the 25th, we have Mercury stationing direct right on top of the North Node. So whatever you've been moving through with this Mercury retrograde energy in the third house with these themes and topics, this is where there's better understanding. There's more clarity, insight. Pay attention to your conversations. Pay attention to your thoughts because there can be big developments here. On the 27th to the 28th, we will have Mars conjunct Neptune. So Mars ruling our motivation, willpower, and drive. When Mars is connected to Neptune, there could be a little bit of depletion in energy. There could be not a lot of clarity with how we want to take action with something or the direction that we want to move in. On the 29th, we will have Venus entering Taurus. So this is really nice. Venus is at home in Taurus. And when Venus transits the fourth house, sometimes we can redecorate our our home or change our home up in some way, or there could be really, nice changes to the family dynamic, or, maybe purchase a home, something along those lines. And then on the 30th, we have Mars entering Aries. So it's interesting because Venus goes home and Mars goes home at the end of April, which is fascinating. So this is great for our motivation, willpower, and drive. And it really depends on your personal relationship with Mars, how this shows up for you, if Mars is your most malefic planet or not. This is definitely going to feel a lot better than Mars being in Pisces, right? So we're going to all get some energy back come the end of April when Mars enters Aries. So Aquarius, I hope this helps you navigate the energies for April. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you align with my energy and enjoy my content. And don't forget to post your astrology stories below and let me know how this energy shows up for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will connect with you in the next one.